Hi, Miss Jennifer. Thank you. Thank you for greeting me. Yay. Yeah, so it was my birthday, September 4. Thank you so much for taking the time and greeting me. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay, so our topic today is our forecast for September until October. September 7 until October. Okay, hold on. I am going to screen share, and this is my first time to use um, screen share. Oh my goodness, there's no screen share for YouTube. Goodness. Oh, hold on. Uh, yeah, there's none. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hello. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Miss Jennifer and Alex. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Good. Unfortunately, there is no screen share for YouTube. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Oh no. There is none. So what I'm going to do is I am going to simply share and talk about our forecast for the month. We won't be using any slides. So the next time I'm going to actually do a live session, I'm going to use a different platform. Unfortunately, here on YouTube, there is no screen share. This is weird. Okay, so anyways, so our month for this for September, this is actually a ding rooster month. And if you have a rabbit in your chart, this actually means that there is some circumstances or situations wherein you are going to experience a lot of changes. If it's placed in your year pillar, before I even go there, if you haven't plotted your chart yet, here's the link. I am going to improvise. So here's the link in the caption or in the comment box where you can plot your patchy chart. And okay, I have to share. I will look for other means of showing where to find the day master. If this is your first time to actually join my channel, I don't want you to uh, miss the opportunity in plotting your chart. So I'm going to show you a sample of Apache chart or the natal chart, and we are going to use the day master as our reference for giving you a monthly forecast overview of what to expect. Okay. At the end of the day, always remember that your actions towards these circumstances is what will make your destiny. So do not see this as a prediction, but instead as a guide of what you should be doing. Okay. So give you an overview of yeah, on what you should be doing, what actions you should take. Okay, in case you're stuck, you can actually use this as your reference. Okay, hold on. I'm shocked. There's no screen share for YouTube. It's just going to be me, no screen, and there is no PowerPoint presentation. I am sorry about that. I did not expect this. That there is no what you call this screen share. Okay, so I'll be plotting your chart. Basically, again, just to repeat, our reference is day master. But if you don't know what a day master is, hold on. Okay, I am going to plot a month at just Jesus. This is very disappointing. I'm not going to use YouTube anymore as my. Okay, so I have here an example of a day master Apache chart. Okay, this is your Apache chart, and basically, oh, we are going to use the day master. Can you see day master for your reference for the forecast? Sorry about this. I did not do some due diligence before I did this live session via YouTube. Okay, so basically, that's going to be our a basis for information to give you a forecast for the month of September. Again, going back to our discussion, the clashing animal for the rooster is rabbit. Okay, so if you have the rabbit in your chart, if it's in the year, this can actually represent your network, even your colleague. Okay, so there might be some changes in terms of interaction or even your marketplace. If it's in your month, this could indicate your finances, your boss, your career. If it's in the day, this can represent you and your spouse. If it's in the hour, this can represent your children, okay, your thoughts, your ideas, and so on. To give you more information, by the way, I'd like to invite you to my Facebook group. It's Sofia, Relosa, Patsy, Feng Shui, and Keyman group. I give more information. As a matter of fact, I'll be posting a new date selection that you can use for your activation. It's a little boost that you can actually utilize, especially if there are small wins you're trying to achieve. Okay. All right. So again, if you don't know how to plot your chart, please refer to the comment. There's a link there. That's a Bazi Calculator. You can plot your chart for free. I'm sorry about this. This won't happen again. Okay. So the first day master that we are going to refer to is the Jawood. Okay, Jawood is hurting officer, sitting on direct officer. Okay, so what does this mean? This actually means that you might to thrive through this month, or to make this month more beneficial for you. It would be better for you to actually put yourself out there. However, this might actually this might make other people, especially in authority, to take notice of you, okay, your boss. So make sure that you do not offend anybody in authority if ever you're putting yourself out there. Okay. Or another interpretation of this is that the more you actually put yourself out there, the more they would actually recognize you, and because of you showing your skill set and so on, people might actually give you more responsibility in the end, and that is a good thing, of course, because when we are given more responsibility, this actually means that we are more valuable to our community, to our workplace. Okay, so just step up. Okay, be as vocal as you can, but please pick the right words. We do not want to create enemies in the end. Make sure that you do not give any offensive statements, especially to your boss. All right. So direct officer can also represent your superior. Okay. All right. So next is for the Yi Wood. If you have any questions, please comment. Okay. Please comment. Don't hesitate. This is a different style that we're doing right now. I'm very disappointed with YouTube. Okay. All right. YouTube. Yewood. Now we're going to Yewood. It's eating God sitting on 7 killings. This actually indicates that you might be an individual that would make, or the situation around you might see you as someone that is able to solve problems. Okay. Meaning people will actually tap you in order to solve their problem. Okay, that's a good thing. All right. And the best part of this is that you have the capability to actually find that solution that's needed to solve these problems. Okay, so that's something that you can actually expect from this month, or within this month rather, is that people might see you as the go-to person in terms of solving problems. Okay, and my advice is to actually embrace that, because of the eating God 7 killings. This is a good means of a good indication that you are able to implement whatever ideas or solution that you may have. You're able to implement the solution. Okay, so don't be afraid. Okay, do not run away from these problems, because these problems will help you grow. You will learn a lot from this experience, and And you know, when the more you actually address problems, this is going to increase much more confidence on your side. And again, when we it's not money that makes money, it's confidence. Okay, the more confident you are, the more opportunities that will come your way. Okay, and people will tap you because you are able to solve their problems rather. Okay. 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 Next is the Bing Fire. Now we're not talking about the Bing Fire Day Master. Oh goodness, why is there no screen share? I was informed there is. Oh, this is bad. Okay. Now we're going to the Bing Fire. So if your day master is Bing Fire, this is Rob Wealth sitting on direct wealth. Now this is a Rob Wealth goat laid, no? If I may say. So this actually indicates that there is a possibility wherein you might have to spend a lot within this month. Okay. Otherwise, this might actually be a month wherein there's so much competition, or might even experience losses in terms of your career. This might be your staff, okay, or it might even be the source of income. Okay, so what's the best way to manage this month? My advice, if you have to spend, of course, this month the spending is something that we cannot really mitigate. To be honest with you, what we can do with the Rob Wealth is to simply manage and use it to something else. So if since we have Rob Wealth, I would advise to look into spending on investments, or probably spending on learning something new that's related in your workplace to at least increase your skill set, improve your abilities, and so on and so forth, instead of letting the universe dictate. Okay, or letting your chart dictate of, that there should be Rob Wealth without you managing the Rob Wealth. This might actually lead to unwanted expenses, or surprising expenses that wouldn't benefit you. So my advice is to actually manage it and look at what are the things that you can spend on, or probably if there's something at home that you need fixed right now, that's the best way to actually use the Rob Wealth. Okay? All right. Next is the Ding Fire. I am going to just type here Fire Day Master. Now we're going to go, yeah, Ding Fire. Okay. So this is friend sitting on indirect wealth. So this is the month wherein you should focus on networking. Network is your net worth. Remember that statement. So the more people you know, the more opportunities that can come your way. So there. So it would be best to actually go out and say hello to people, to your friends and family, and ask for their assistance in terms of opportunities that can be given to you. No? So just don't hesitate to contact or to meet with other people. Just to that's the best way to maximize this month. Okay, so for the Woo Earth. Okay, for the Woo Earth, we have direct resource and hurting officers. So this is a month wherein seeking aid from others, okay, is actually good. However, you might have to actually put yourself out there first before they can actually see that you actually need help. But there are a lot of people that are willing to help you. There are a lot of people that are rooting for you, but you have to put yourself out there. Okay, show yourself, show your skill set, and then you can tap others. Okay, so that's one advice that I can actually give you for the Woo Earth Day Master. Yes, bring yourself out there. All right, bring yourself out there, and uh, don't be scared. Basically, I know that putting yourself out there is something that's in a position that puts you in a vulnerable position, and it's scary because of course you're opening yourself to judgment. But at this point, especially for this month, this is going to be beneficial to you because people will notice you further, and help will be easier if you put yourself out there. Okay, so that's my advice for the Woo Earth. Okay, for the G Earth, Okay, so a while ago we were with Wu Earth. Oh, okay. For the G Earth, it's indirect resource sitting on eating God. Okay, so what does it mean? This actually means that you might have to open yourself to unconventional method of actually exploring ideas. This is something that you actually might need for this month, or you, if an opportunity for you to actually study something that's not related to your work, by all means do that. This actually is going to help you increase or improve or make better. Okay, your perspective. This is going to open your mind to new ideas, and it's something that you can of course utilize, especially if there are things that, of course, when you're handling things at home or in the workplace, so new ideas would come to you if you are open to learning new things that's not related to what your work or your school and so on and so forth. Okay, all right. Next is gang metal. Okay, I'm gonna add more. Okay. Yeah, basically, I enunciated everything for the G Earth. Okay, for the gang metal, we have a direct officer sitting on Rob Wealth. This actually indicates that there is some changes in your workplace, your environment, or relationship, okay, or lifestyle that would actually compel you to actually spend more money on. So, consider this new environment a good thing. Okay, always everything that when we're talking about growth, it always comes from changes. It always comes from new experiences. And if this experience is going to actually let you grow, by all means spend on this. Otherwise, you can actually use the Rob Wealth by probably learning new things about leadership or organizing and so on and so forth. A new skill set that you probably need in your workplace. Okay, so if you do have to spend on this change of lifestyle, and this is going to let you grow, by all means spend on that, because this is a new learning, and always new learning is a good investment for every experience that we actually encounter. Okay, that's one way for us to discover ourselves more when we go through many changes. So don't run away from the change. I would advise for you to embrace it, and best is to actually adapt as soon as possible, because every time we go through any transition, the other side is always progress. Okay, it may be difficult now, but definitely the moment you move forward, you adapt, the other side is going to be progress. Okay, so that progress means, of course, opportunities. Okay, for the sin metal, okay, a while ago we did gang metal. I'm so sorry about this. Next time I'm not going to go YouTube directly. I'm going to use a different platform. Okay, so Sin Metal, I would advise for you not to actually travel as much for the Sin Metal Day Master. It's not really advisable. I can see that there is some accident prone. If there is an opportunity for you to actually select or probably say no to travels, it would be good. Otherwise, if you're going to drive, make sure that you are a defensive driver. Be alert. Don't drink and drive. Okay. Be alert to the surroundings, your surroundings. Yes, this is a time where you shouldn't be reckless or too complacent rather, as seven killing can indicate some pains in terms of your body, or this can also mean accidents, especially if you have many seven killings in your natal chart. Okay, all right. Next is for the direct wealth. Sorry, direct wealth, red water. Okay, direct wealth sitting on direct resource. So what does this mean? This actually means you might find this month a little bit more busier than usual. But the good thing is you're sitting on direct resource. So meaning if the workload becomes too overwhelming, you don't hesitate to ask for help from others, because there are people that want to actually see you succeed. So asking help, delegating task would be a good thing for you. Okay, so if it's best that you have, even if the opportunities come and go in our life, it would be actually good for all of us to actually have a breather once in a while, because the breather or the rest time makes us more creative. That's where we become more creative. So we don't want to keep on hustling and hustling all the time. It's not really good. Okay. On top of that, this um, avoids you from spending quality time with your family and friends. So the fact that you have a direct resource and direct wealth, this is a good combination, meaning there's a lot of opportunities for you to improve on your wealth. You're going to be quite busy. You'll be offered a lot of opportunities, but and of course not but, and of course support is also there. And so don't hesitate to ask for help. Always remember, asking for help is never a weakness. Okay, just need help at that moment. Okay, it's never a weakness. It's just you just need help at that moment. So don't hesitate to ask for help. Another interpretation for the Ren water is to look into studying something that's related to your workplace. Okay, so direct resources education, also another interpretation of direct resource. So education, okay, improving your skill set so you can give more value to others. Okay. All right, for the Gui water, this is indirect wealth sitting on indirect resource. Now this actually indicates that there is opportunity for you, but this is coming from unconventional method, or this is not really related in the workplace. This might be a month wherein you're going to open a business totally different from your past career, for the Gui water. All right, that's actually good. And I would also advise, especially if you this is something that's new to you, to do educate yourself. Yes, Miss Jennifer, you mentioned it in the group a while ago. Yes, educate yourself. Okay, learn and spend on learning as you can, because especially if this is something that's brand new. Okay, don't be afraid to learn new things. Okay, explore new things, as this will actually bring you more ideas in the process. Okay, any question? Any questions about the day master before we go proceed to the feng shui? None. Everything is clear. Miss Jennifer is clear with you. Yes, educate, educate. Yes, Miss Jennifer. Yes, yes. Thank you. Okay. All right. Educate, educate. If you don't know how, learn how, as my teacher would actually say. Okay. Now we're going to feng shui. Okay, so when we're talking about feng shui, if your main door or your office space or your bedroom is actually located in the sector, these experience or this situation, or situation might, you might experience these situation. Okay, so again, if it's either your main door or your workplace, this is where you frequently stay in your space, then you might experience the statement I'm about to tell you. Okay. All right, so again, if you don't know how to actually get your facing direction, please stand in the middle and then face the most busiest road in your home. It's not the main door, it's the busiest road to indicate you're facing the direction. Okay. All right, so if your home is facing the north and that's where your main door is, then you might experience, okay, especially if the external form is not so good, you might experience some arguments, Okay, arguments, especially when it comes to trivial matters. Okay, but the good thing about the north is actually good for networking. So if you're trying to expand your network, this is a good space to start. By calling in that sector, talking to people in that sector, chatting with people in that sector. Okay, or working in that sector is a good way to activate the north sector for this month. However, but if you're single and you're alone at home, then basically you don't have to worry about the arguments and the trivial problem. Okay, but especially if your network is very important to you, then disregard the arguments and the understand. Sorry, the trivial matters argument. If you're staying in the north sector. Okay. Next is the east. All right. If you're currently staying in the east, this might bring some health issues concerning your productive system. And there's a loss of wealth, so loss of wealth opportunities, or loss of job. Okay, or yeah, okay, loss of job or loss of wealth opportunity if you're staying in the east sector. This is not really a good combination. If I can just show with you the combination for the month, but I have to minimize this if I have to. Okay. Later on, I am going to. Can I? Anyways, yeah, it's not really a good combination for the month of the east. Hold on. Okay, so to help guide me, the combination to help you remember. Okay, so the combination for the east is 5 and 4. Not really good, or 4 and 5 to be exact. So it's not really a good combination for the east sector. So it's going to cause some concern your reproductive areas if you have pre-existing conditions. Okay. Next is the northeast. Northeast is good, especially if you're looking into partnership or joint venture. Okay, or making deals, or making trying to open a new deal, especially with partners. And this is actually a good sector, especially if you're trying to pursue happy events with your family and friends. So this is a good sector to activate, the northeast sector, which is a 9-1 combination for the northeast for the month of September. Next is the west. This is 8-9 combination. Okay. Hold on. 8-9 combination. This is actually good for wealth, good for making money. And the good thing about this, usually that when we have the 9 and 8 combination, it's easy to actually generate wealth. Okay, that's easier to actually generate wealth or opportunities for the month. So, what are the good sectors that you can actually use? It's northeast and west sector uh, for this month, for September. Okay, so either, how do you actually do that? If I want to combine two sectors at the same time, what's the best way that I can do? Probably you can work in the northeast and then exercise in the west every morning. Okay, or if you're trying to do some break time at home and you're working in the northeast, and then you activate the west by resting and staying in that sector. Okay, so you can still combine both. If, say, for instance, your main door is already in the northeast, then a good thing is already being activated. So you can now use the west sector to give you good opportunities for wealth. Okay, so there are a lot of things you can actually do. So you can actually activate two sectors. What we don't want is activating two sectors using wealth or water activation. That's not good. Okay, that's not really good. Too much wealth deteriorates the health. Remember that when it comes to feng shui. Okay. All right. Next is southwest. If your main door is in the southwest sector of your home, this is you can, especially if you're going through people are bullying, or you're trying to do something that challenges you. This is actually a good sector to actually utilize, because this is going to help you build confidence in the southwest sector for this month. However, my advice to be very careful of the people you interact with for the month of September, as you are also prone to being taken advantage of. Okay. Always remember, if your instinct is telling you no, best to actually listen, because intuition, it's not instinct, your intuition is the universe way of speaking to you. Okay. So if your intuition tells you that this person is not to be trusted, trust that intuition, because the universe trying to tap you, don't trust that person. It's not good enough. Okay. All right. Okay, so for the south sector, this is where south sector is 1 and 2. Okay, 1 and 2 is actually wealth and good name and recognition. So if you're trying to actually start a new blog, or you're trying to start a new brand, freelance business, the reason why I'm saying that, it's because we have been hearing a lot. This is what we call the great resignation. No? Great resignation. A lot of people are actually resigning. As a matter of fact, the data I saw this morning, 11.5 million in the US individuals resign because they're trying to pursue their own uh, freelance or so on. They're trying to own their, put up their own business. Okay, so if you're also the same one of them, my advice is to stay in the south sector, especially if we're starting new and we're starting to, we want to attract more and more people that would support our business. Then you stay in the south sector. South sector is all about good name, good reputation, and wealth opportunities. Of course, before anybody chooses you to serve them, they have to actually check first, are you trustworthy? Can you really serve me? Okay, so to start off, you can start using the south sector for this month. Okay, southeast is really a bad sector for the rest of 2021. Um, so if you're currently staying, and I hope you haven't been staying in the southeast sector for the rest of 2021, because this southeast is where the flying star 5 is. And if you have been staying in this sector, well, I'm sorry to say, this is not a good month. Okay, there is financial losses that we can expect for the southeast sector for this month. And the health related issue can actually include your head. So this could be migraine and so on. Okay, so the health issue that we may encounter for this month is related to our head, and we don't want that. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go to Kimen. Okay. The best sector for this month is actually the East sector. This is where Hero and Sceneridor is located, at the same time Tiger. So what does that mean? If you're currently, like I mentioned a while ago, if you're currently trying to pursue a freelance business, or you're starting your new business, and you want to increase your branding, then this is actually the sector where you should back your head. But before you can actually utilize the monthly stars, by the way, just to keep on reminding you, before we can actually use the stars for the Kimen, we have to first build a connection with our own deity. All right, so it's best that you actually build your connection first before you utilize the monthly star. But if you have, been very consistent when it comes to your Kimen deity, and you just want to utilize the opportunities that's laid to the chart, or laid in the chart on a monthly basis, then you can actually use this. So the deity for the East sector is Tiger, and then that's Hero and Scenery. So if you're actually looking for ideas, inspiration on what kind of branding do I want to represent for my business, then this is the sector that you should tap. It's East. Back your head to the east. Sorry, that make sure that your back is actually facing the east. Okay. Um, but however, whenever you're going to do this, remember that to remain consistent. Okay. And if you're also trying to increase your stamina, your energy, Tiger is actually a good day to tap, especially if you've been quite lethargic and you want to get up, and so you can actually perform your best, and yeah, be as productive as you can be, then this is the sector that you can tap. Okay, Tiger is a good deity for that. So, what are the questions that you can actually ask, or what are the wishes? Something that's related to your goal, of course, and focus on the small wins. It's faster for the wishes to come true if the wishes are actually contributing to your small wins. Say, for instance, new ideas for my branding. Um, New ideas for marketing that I can use so I can increase my leads. Okay. What else? Give me the energy. Okay. Or I wish to have more energy so I can be more productive at work. So those are things that are um, within the realm of possibility. Okay. So that's how we actually use our deity. Okay. Questions or clarifications that you may ask. I hope you ask questions because we don't have the slides. Any questions? No question. Anytime. Anytime. If you're trying to build relationship, anytime. Okay. I don't really do the time for meditating. I do it any day. Every day, after I have a routine. I'll tell you my routine. The first thing I do is, of course, breakfast. And then next is I exercise. After my exercise, I do my meditating. Okay. So what I do, my advice is to create a routine. Okay, routine in the morning or in the evening. I see it's better for me to meditate in the morning because it makes me calm. So whenever there's problem that's thrown at me in the morning or in the whole day, it's fine. I can handle because I already made that. I centered myself through the meditating. Okay, so don't pick a time. Don't be confined by the time. Okay, so you're not strict with it. And time is actually good, especially if you haven't done meditating for a long time. But if you have been practicing, then you don't have to worry about the time. Okay. Any questions about the Kimen? Anybody tried the Kimen Sage? If you'll know if you have gotten that connection, if say yes, yes, connecting with the tiger anytime. This is just a month, so my advice: do it every day. That's the only time para we can we can maximize the deity tiger, especially for the month of September. So my advice is to do it every day regardless of the time. Don't worry about the time. Okay. So how do we know if we've made the connection? In my case, I did experience some goosebumps. That was my first time. I had some goosebumps, and I even the second I think I cried. Welcome, princess. Okay, so I think I cried, and then I goosebumps the first one. So there, and then the next I would always get relaxed. So that's also another sign that you have made connection to your deity. Okay, so when you build that connection, it's easier to ask for wishes. Welcome, princess. Okay. Any other question? I am so sorry there is no slides. But if you have any questions, just let me know. My Tagalog version, definitely there is going to be slides. If the slides help you, do join my Tagalog version. Okay, so if not, if this is clear, like Miss Jennifer has been watching me for a long time. I think 1 year na. She's very familiar with my forecast. I think Miss Jennifer is not lost in the process. So okay, so if you want to if you want to join me with the slides included, then please join my Tagalog version. But otherwise, if this is well and this is good, thank you. Okay. Just to repeat, if this is your first time to actually have or interpret your Patchy chart or to watch my videos in terms of the monthly forecast, please look at the comment box for the Patchy Calculator. Put in your birthday and your birth hour. And our reference for our monthly forecast is always the Day Master. It's yes, I couldn't show you an example because I there's no share, but I promise you the next time we're gonna do this, I am going to use a different platform so I could actually screen share. Sorry, I'm shocked there's no screen share. Okay. Yes, thank you, Miss Jennifer. Oo nga, Suki, Miss Jennifer, and whenever I have a session, she's always there. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes, looking forward to your PM, Miss Jennifer. Okay, so if ever you're confused, please do not hesitate to comment. I will respond the soonest because I owe you, I owe you a slide. But I do hope that you actually learned something and some learnings that will help guide you all throughout the month. And if ever there is anything that's confusing, please PM me anytime in my Facebook page, Instagram, my email, anything, my number, and so on. But I do hope to see you again in my next stream. Okay. And if you want to join my Tagalog version, it's going to happen this Friday, same time. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. I'll see you in my next live. Bye.